Hello, this is Jane Miller back with Find Your Encore for Believers. And we're going to take a couple sections to talk about some productivity methods. There's 3 and 4 that I really like in particular. And really, it's just wonderful to be able to multiply our efforts. And no matter what we're doing, using ease and flow, and really, the Holy Spirit and God helps us to do that. So let's start with talking about Pareto's law, which is the 80-20 rule. And a lot of us have learned this in past years, and it's very, very helpful. It's called the Pareto law, the Pareto rule, Pareto principle, after the founder, and he was an Italian economist, Vilfredo Pareto. He first wrote about it way back in 1895 because as he was watching the population, he noticed that people kind of divide into, what he called the vital few. So his top 20% earned the most money and influence and growth. And then the bottom 80% is what he called the trivial many. But really, he then found that, economically and other activity, it was a similar following in that 20% of our activities make up for 80% of our results. So to continue on, 20% of your customers account for 80% of your sales. 20% of your products and services will account for 80% of your profits. Now, I'm not sure, but I know the Hershey company, their biggest seller are the Reese's cups. So I'm wondering, that 20% of product, does that earn them 80% of the profits? It's very likely. And sure, 20% of all the tasks that you do account for 80% of the value that you provide. So let's see if you have 10 items to do. 2 of those things that you're going to do will turn out to be more impactful than the other 8 things put together. So think about in your ministry, if you have 10 different things that you do, know that 20% are really making an impact. And if we focus on those 20%, the impact will grow. The most valuable tasks we do each day are often the hardest and the most complex, but the payoff and the rewards for completing them can be tremendous. So really, try not to work on that bottom 80% while you still have tasks left in the 20% to be completed. And before you begin, think about something you're going to start and ask yourself, is this in the top 20% of my activities, or is it in the bottom 80%? And a lot of times getting started stops most people, right? So this is interesting because once you start to begin to work on one of those valuable 20%ers, you naturally become motivated to continue. Procrastination really fades away because there's a part of our mind and our heart that loves to be busy working on those significant tasks that really make a difference. So your job is to feed this part of your mind continually. So, time management, no. There's no way to manage time. It's activity management. It's personal management. It's life management. It's really taking control, right? And God will help us with that control over what we do next if we just allow him to let us follow his plan. We're always free to choose whatever task that we're going to do next, but our ability to choose between those vital tasks determines our success in our work. So make a list, and there's place in the workbook for this. Make a list of all the key goals and activities and projects and responsibilities that you have, and then put them in that triangle. And where do they fall? And what we can resolve to do is spend more and more time on our top 20 percenters that really can make a difference. So that's Pareto's 80-20. And I'm excited to clue you into the next productivity method because it really builds on this one. This is Jane Miller. God bless.